Good morning. This is a small initiative from AGMS and Company, Chartered Accountants. We would pick up important topics on GST and try to discuss this with Mohit, who is a leading expert on GST. And we will try to discuss very briefly so that we understand the crux of the issue in a fairly short amount of time. Today, we will pick up a subject which is called deficiency memo and show cause notice in GST refund. Now, before getting into this, I would invite Mohit to briefly explain us what is the refund procedure in GST. ये होता कैसे है? Yes, Mohit.
Thanks a lot, Alaktoji. Let us start and understand कि refund procedure और refund process कैसे होता है GST में. सबसे पहले हमें एक एप्लीकेशन फाइल करनी पड़ती है which is known as RFD 01. RFD 01 भरने के within 15 days में या तो प्रॉपर ऑफिसर एक्नॉलेजमेंट दे देगा, दैट इज इन रिस्पेक्ट वो RFD 02 इशू कर देगा. इफ द एप्लीकेशन इज कंप्लीट इन ऑल रिस्पेक्ट, अगर एप्लीकेशन कंप्लीट नहीं हुई and there is any deficiency, then he would be issuing deficiency memo, that is RFD 03. If RFD 03 is being issued, then we need to file a fresh application by correcting all the deficiency which has been figured out by the proper officer. If the application is perfect and RFD 02 has been issued, then the officer may issue a refund order by passing the order in RFD 06. Or in case he finds that there are certain issues or some points where he wants to know something, then he could issue a show cause notice, that is RFD 08, asking the taxpayer to correct the deficiencies or the reason which he has pointed out in the show cause notice. On the basis of the show cause notice, the registered person would be filing a reply in RFD 09, taking into consideration all the objections raised by the proper officer. And if the officer is satisfied after filing of RFD 09, that is the reply of the registered person, then he may issue refund order, passing the order under RFD 06, or he may reject the order, passing the same order in the RFD 06. And once the same is being done, then the refund procedure in respect of the payment would be issued, that is RFD 05 or RFD 7 in case there is an adjustment of any refund order. So this is a process which needs to be followed in respect of every refund which is being filed in the GST.
Okay, that's wonderful. Mohit has very briefly explained the entire process in a fairly comprehensive manner. That's quite interesting. So here, as Mohit was explaining, we realized that initially when this application is filed, the officer can issue a deficiency memo. And if the deficiency memo is issued, then in the true sense of it, that original application gets automatically cancelled, because a deficiency memo is issued, and then that means that the taxpayer has to apply again. So it would be a fresh application. So therefore a question comes here that by issuing this deficiency memo, is the officer actually rejecting the application without giving any opportunity to the taxpayer, of explaining his side of the story? So the question here I think we need to discuss is that the deficiency memo, is it like a refund application being rejected without giving opportunity of being heard? So Mohit, if you want to elaborate on this.
You have perfectly said that whether deficiency memo is a rejection of refund application without giving opportunity of heard. This constitution has also provided us that in case of any rejection, there must be an opportunity to the register person, giving him a reasonable opportunity to explain in case he wants to explain something. And after that, if the officer does not satisfy that reply with that reply, he may issue the rejection order. So what we are discussing right now is that since in deficiency memo mechanism, there is no process where the register person could reply to the deficiency which has been found by the proper officer. So what we feel is that there should not be a deficiency memo. There should be a process through which the show cause notice could be issued, or there could be any process where the register person is being provided an opportunity to explain and to correct the deficiency in respect of the refund application filed, rather than the mechanism which right now is being followed, where in case of deficiency memo, the application which we filed deemed to be that it has been cancelled and we need to file a fresh application. So this is my submission in respect of this. And the same matter is also pending before the Honorable Delhi High Court, where the deficiency memo has been challenged in respect of the ultra vires to the constitution provisions.
Okay, wonderful. So as Mohit very rightly explained that the deficiency memo causes a lot of heartburn among the taxpayer, because in this case he has filed an application and he is not getting any opportunity to explain his point of view. The officer issues a deficiency memo, and this rule 89 and 90 sub rule 3 read with section 54 that says that the application the taxpayer has made, that gets automatically rejected and he has to make a fresh application. Now let us understand what a memo is. A memo is basically a short form, an abbreviated form of the word memorandum. And what memorandum means? Memorandum, it's primarily a Latin word, which means it must be remembered. So memo is actually a kind of a written message. It's almost like a letter. So a letter is issued by the officer, which the Act says is a deficiency memo, and the letter goes and it's like a one-way traffic. It goes to the taxpayer, and taxpayer gets this letter, and automatically, because of the way the Act has been drafted, the original application gets rejected or gets cancelled, and he has to submit a fresh application. So the problem here is, or the challenge here is, that I will come to Mohit again. The challenge here is, if the initial application gets automatically cancelled because of this deficiency memo, then as Mohit rightly said, that it has already been contested in Delhi High Court in a particular case, that does it not become arbitrary, and where the taxpayer hasn't actually got any opportunity to explain his point of view. And secondly, the other important point is, if the initial application is rejected, then the taxpayer is also possibly deprived of his right to claim any interest on refund from the date of original application. Because in this case, because the officer has issued a deficiency memo, the second application, the new application, the date will be counted from that. The clock will start from there. So therefore, I completely agree with Mohit that ideally the process should have been issuing certain notice, or putting in a proper process where it actually starts and recognizes from the original application date only. So to take the discussion forward, I'll request Mohit to explain that whether show cause notice will be a better tool than issuing a deficiency memo.
Absolutely right, in terms that if the mechanism is there that show cause notice is being issued instead of deficiency memo, one, it would ensure that the refunds are processed in a harmonious manner and a quick manner, which is a need of the hour, since all the registered person or the business requires a working capital to run their business. Secondly, it will try to achieve the objective with which the GST law came in, that if you see the complete act, there they have already said in number of sections that whenever we would be rejecting anything, we would be providing you the opportunity of being heard. So my humble submission to the stakeholder is that deficiency memo should be removed. And in place of deficiency memo, we could have a show cause notice where the register person could rectify whatever the deficiency or whatever the concern is of the proper officer. And after that, if he feels satisfied, then he may issue the refund orders. Otherwise, he can do a rejection order. Since in case of a deficiency memo, we do not have an opportunity to file an appeal. But counterwise, when I am saying that the show cause notice should be there in case of a rejection, we can file an appeal to the higher authorities, and we would be explaining him that why the refund is being due, and the order should be passed in favor of the registered person. So this is what I need to say about this.
Okay, so Mohit has beautifully explained that the fundamental difference is in case of deficiency memo, the application gets actually rejected, but the taxpayer doesn't get any opportunity to present his case. Whereas had this been a show cause notice, now what is a show cause notice? Show cause notice is primarily the officer is asking the taxpayer to show cause why that application will not be rejected in either in part or the whole application. So therefore, when the question is asked, the taxpayer gets an opportunity to answer this to the officer, and that's the base thing. I mean, it becomes a consultative way. I mean, one gets an opportunity to present his point of views. And secondly, if the officer is still not satisfied and issues a rejection order finally, the taxpayer still has the opportunity of going to the higher appellate authority and make an appeal. And therefore, as Mohit very rightly concluded, that this deficiency memo concept should actually be taken out from the system, and the government should actively consider this suggestion and change this deficiency memo altogether, and replace it by putting this show cause notice mechanism. So Mohit, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. So I think this has helped the viewers to understand this particular point very well. Thank you.